Hey, what's up, everybody? I was thinking today, and I've talked to a few of you all on social media about. A lot of you all are asking me when I think that we might be hearing about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, what we can expect. I've done a couple of videos on that, but I did kind of want to revisit it because, not a lot, there's nothing coming out of the Square Enix camp about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. No hints as to when we might possibly get some new information, some new screenshots, some new anything. So I figured I'd do a quick video. We can talk about it in the comments. Let me know what you all think. We can have a little conversation about it. Here's what I think's going on. So you've got a lot of media and stuff and a big blowout about the next gen consoles happening right now. All the big bad games, all the big, well, they're not bad, big and awesome games is what I mean to say. All the big, awesome, badass looking games that are going to be coming out for the next gen consoles. Square Enix is being tight-lipped on everything they're working on right now, right? Because they're probably like, we don't have a finished trailer to show. We're gonna let the media and the press push out from all these games coming out. You got your Demon Souls, you got your Miles Morales, you got Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5. All this stuff is going to be consuming everybody's media diet right now. Everybody's going to be getting these new systems and getting these new games, so they're not going to be talking about it right now. They even came out about Final Fantasy 16 and said, you're going to hear more about this in 2021. No, they're not want to talk about their stuff right now because they're letting the console war stuff have the spotlight, and that's cool. From a marketing standpoint, as a guy who's handled marketing for companies and stuff before, that's a great stance to take. Because you don't want your two biggest titles that you're working on right now to be just like consumed in the deluge of information that is the next gen consoles, right? So that's smart. We're not going to hear anything about Final Fantasy VII Remake until January, Part 2. We might see a tease at the Game Awards. That's what I'm thinking. We got about, a month and change until the Game Awards right now? A month exactly, maybe. We will hear something. We might hear something about the Game Awards, if not just a tease or whatever. But I think starting end of January, beginning of February, I think that is the area where we're most likely to start hearing more about this game. And what are we going to hear about this game, right? So, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, what we need to see in that first glimpse of that trailer, we need to see the bigger world. I would almost open with like a cut of, something that happened at the end of the last game. Not spoilery, not super spoilery, but people who played the game and are waiting for the game know, okay, that's what happened at the end of the last game, right? So some pretty benign, non-spoilery stuff. Cut to black, you hear Cloud or Sephiroth or somebody talking, and then boom, you just see like the world, right when you get out of the wastelands around Midgar. Show them traversing the world, doing whatever. If it's huge zones, if it's a world map, if it's whatever, show us that right from the start, and then show your story stuff and what's going on and the characters and catching back up with the characters and all that kind of stuff. I think that would be a smart way to play it because everybody wants to know, how's this world map? How's the traversing going to look? Look, if it's huge zones, I'm still cool with that. I want to be able to explore. But I think you need to show us that. Definitely show us what that looks like on PlayStation 5 as well. That's important. So I think the rest of this year, I am not holding my breath to see anything for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. We know we're not getting anything for Final Fantasy 16 unless it's like a leak or something. And so I would say late January, early February is probably the safest bet. But we'll see. We don't know, right? So I hope it's no later than that, because we live in an age where people don't like to wait for stuff, and I get that. We've been attuned to be impatient and consume everything now, just consume it. But this is going to take a while, and if we want them to do a good job with it, we need to expect it to take a while, right? My guess originally was we don't get the second game until like mid-late 2022, right? It could be mid-late 2023. We don't know. They're talking like Final Fantasy 16, which is handled by a totally different team, is going to be 2021. I don't know if I buy that. I think early 2022, but hey, hopefully I'm wrong. I would love to play it. Hopefully I'm wrong. But basically what I'm saying is, we just need to sit tight. We might be getting this Game of the Year edition that I talked about in the last video, right? Which could have some really cool, some really killer stuff in it. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I am excited. I've been playing back through Final Fantasy VII Remake a little bit here and there when I get some time here in the studio. Still love that game. I still love it. It's still my Game of the Year. That hasn't changed. Ghost of Tsushima almost pushed it out the door. Ghost of Tsushima almost did it. But at the end of the day, I love that world, I love those characters, and I thought that the game expounded on it so well and did such a great job with a lot of the different twists and turns. I was one of the people who actually enjoyed the ending once I thought about what they were doing and where I saw where it was going. And yeah, the remake title was a little deceptive, but once I kind of creatively started to see what they were doing with it, right, then I was okay with it. I totally understand people not being okay with it and feeling like they got ripped off or deceived. I get that. I get that opinion, but I am in the camp that I enjoyed it. So whatever your opinion was on it, I think it's a good time to get pumped for it. It's time to get that energy back. I'm getting reinvigorated. I'm ready to see more, but I'm patiently waiting for more, if that makes any sense. So if you all dug that video, please throw a like on that video, subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more stuff coming. I'm hoping to pump out a video or two every day, every couple of days, now that some of my other projects have kind of like calmed down a little bit, and I'm able to get back down here and do some recording for you all and speaking with you all. So you all have a great night. Keep rocking. I appreciate you all so much. Have a great night, and I will catch you all in the next video.